killer whale family, demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations of our guests to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you tonight.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Tonight, we'll see the whales moving together, in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as Orcinus orca, but commonly referred to as killer whales, here at SeaWorld, we like to call them Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makaio, our killer whale family. Makaio is our youngest whale at just 13 years of age, and our oldest whale is Makaio's mother, Katina, who this year celebrated her 47th birthday. Katina is also our matriarch, or the leader of our pod. Now, SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us. They even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. Now, one of the first healthcare or husbandry behaviors we train is a position in which we would ask for a voluntary blood sample. The whales learn to roll ventral or upside down and present us with their tail flukes. Not only does this give us a great view of their entire body, but it also gives us access to the blood vessels that can be seen on the white underside of those tail flukes. Our veterinarians collect a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the procedure. Now, as trainers, you'll see us rubbing down or massaging the whales on their backs, their pectoral flippers, or those tail flukes. The whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one way that we can reward them for remaining calm during procedures like this. It's also a great way for us to strengthen our relationships with the whales. Now, another important diagnostic is weighing the whales. We're able to weigh the whales by asking them to slide out of the water onto a killer whale-sized scale in one of our adjacent pools. Our largest whale, Trua, is on his way over to demonstrate the behavior here in the slide-out area. You'll notice that the portion of his body from his dorsal fin to his tail flukes stays in the water for the most part, but if he lifts it up like that, that's how we get an accurate weight of Trua. Training this posture ensures accuracy, so we know our younger whales are growing properly and that our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
All right, everybody, we're down by the glass on the left side, and we just learned that killer whales love to play. But did you know that they actually learn a lot by playing and through observational learning and mimicry? We're going to put that to the test with Makaio and everybody here on the left side of the stadium. So if you guys would like to participate, stay right where you are, just stand up. We're going to play a little game of killer whale follow the leader, and you guys are the leaders. So on the count of 3, all we need you to do is wave both hands at Makaio. Let's wait for him to get here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody wave! He's good! Great job, everybody. You guys can have a seat. Killer whales have great eyesight, both below and above the water, and can often be seen killer whales are amazing athletes, and they can eat several hundred pounds of food every day. Now in the ocean, their diet depends on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
For the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow
And change the world.
together. We've got this.
Well, hello again, everybody. I'm over here on the stage now. Now, let me explain why I just came out. If you've seen Orca Encounter in the past, you know that wonderful video is very inspiring, and it builds up to the big finale of the presentation. All right, so why I'm out here right now is because we asked these two boys, Trua and Makaio, who you guys have met so far, we've asked them to go up to this side pool over here to your right so that we could close that door and then open this door and introduce you guys for our finale segment to our 3 female killer whales. But when we asked these boys to go up to that side and allow us to close that door, they said no. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, that's okay. All right, let me explain a little bit more. Here at SeaWorld, we use a type of operant conditioning using positive reinforcement. That is the training technique that we're using. Now, what that means is that we're asking the whales to operate on their environment, to do some kind of behavior. And then the whales get to choose whether or not they do that. And if they choose to do it, we're gonna say thank you by positively reinforcing them, by rewarding them. That's our way of saying, hey, thank you for doing the behavior that we asked you to do. But the most important part about this training technique is that the whales, the dolphins, the sea lions, the walruses, the otters, whatever it is that we're asking these behaviors of, they have a choice. And they can say no if they want to. And that's what's happened here. And that's okay. Our 2 boys are gonna choose to swim around out here for a few minutes. So what we're doing is we're just giving them a few minutes to do that. And then in a little bit, we'll probably ask when we see a good opportunity, when we think we'll have success in being able to ask them to come back up here, we'll give it another try, all right? But this allows us to learn a little bit more about the training techniques that we're using with all of the different marine mammals here at SeaWorld, all right? So, a little bit more about the reinforcement side of this, because reinforcement is really what drives this training technique. Whatever you reinforce or reward, you can use that word, more than likely those things are gonna happen again in the future. So by reinforcing the behaviors we want to see more of, and by not reinforcing things we don't wanna see as much, hopefully over time, the whales and the dolphins and the sea lions, whatever it may be, are gonna choose to participate in doing the things that we're asking them to do. But it is entirely up to them. Now, many different ways that we can reinforce our animals. You may have seen during this presentation already a couple different things, including fish, right? Fish is a great reinforcer, a great reward. Another thing you may have seen is the whales getting back rubs or rubs on their flippers and things. Those are ways that we can reinforce them, but they enjoy plenty of other things as well. Different toys that we have for them. Hose play, like water play. In fact, Trua, the big boy here, he really enjoys a giant fire hose that we have. It's just like a big jacuzzi jet for him, and he'll lean right into it. So that's one way that we'll reinforce Trua throughout our sessions as well. They like Jello, they like ice. There's all different ways that we can reward them. And that's us saying, hey, thank you for participating in doing the things that we want to do. Now, another really important thing to understand about killer whales is they are a social group of animals, right? There's a matriarch who I mentioned, Katina. She's our 47-year-old. She is the matriarch. She's the leader of this pod. And although she's not swimming with these boys right now, she can still be in charge. She is in charge all the time, telling these boys what to do or what not to do. So the girls rule in the killer whale world, right? Yeah. But what that also means is it could be the girls' fault that we're not doing the finale at this particular moment.
Thank you.
But it may not be. It may just be he wants to swim around. So, but we're not underwater. We're not able to understand what they're exactly saying to each other. No matter how much time we spend with these animals, there's no way we can know everything there is to know about the intricacies of the social environment of these animals. They're extremely social, very, very close relationships between them, and it's awesome as trainers to be able to see that happening. Not only see that happening, but for us ourselves to be able to build a relationship with these animals. We spend a lot of time with them. Really get to know them, and yes, they do know us as individuals as well. They can tell us apart just like we can tell them apart, and we know their likes and dislikes, and we know what they're going to find reinforcing and how to motivate them to want to be part of these sessions. At the end of the day, what we want is we want these animals to enjoy their time with us. And the ways that we do that is we spend time with them, we reinforce them for participating, we teach them new things, we make that learning process as fun and as engaging as possible so that they choose to be part of this. So we have Stacy out here now. She has Makaio's food there. And it looks like she's going to attempt to ask him to come over and join her at the stage. So again, this is asking. He has the choice, and we'll see what he chooses here. She tapped the water with that target pole, and that's her way of asking him to come to that spot. That's what those target poles mean, is, hey, come to this spot. All right, he's chosen to come to this spot here, and now the next thing she's gonna ask him to do, let's watch. She might ask him to go up to that side pool. She might not, based on the body language he's showing. So I'm getting a head shake. That's a no. That's a no thank you from Makaio. But is that okay? Yes, that's okay. All right. So that was an opportunity where we chose to look for a chance for him to come up to this side pool. But that was, as you guys all saw right in front of us here, a very clear no thank you from Makaio. So now the next question I'm going to ask is, how do we as trainers know when it's time to just stop asking for a longer period of time? And that is the moment we've hit now. So at this point, we're going to say thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys learned a lot. We do have more Orca Encounter presentations planned for later, but we're going to give these whales a bit more time to do their whale stuff and invite you guys to come back to our next Orca Encounter. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.